Fortnite 2025 has been a masterpiece. I have had such a fun time. These collabs are amazing. I cannot wait for more collabs coming out. Five Nights at Freddy's.
While you were talking, Freddy scratched his balls.
The shit that pretty much kicked off the indie horror franchise is not in Fortnite, but Huggy Wuggy is and Skibidi Toilet is. So that's the main point of this video. I'm going to be talking about why Scott Cawthon should let Five Nights at Freddy's be in Fortnite. If you guys like Five Nights at Freddy's, or you guys like Fortnite, you guys like movies, games, shows, collectibles, I talk about all that here. Let's talk about why I think Scott should let Five Nights at Freddy's collab with Fortnite. So first of all, like I said, Fortnite this year has been so fun. They have had so many iconic characters, bringing in Jason Voorhees, Ghostface, some new characters like Art the Clown, and Huggy Wuggy. Fortnite has collabed with a couple other indie games. Also, I feel like FNAF would make Scott and Fortnite so much money. I really like that Scott respects his franchise so much that he's like, okay, I don't want to put this in stupid games. I don't want Freddy Fazbear holding an AR and a shotgun, even though like every other character on the planet is. In a way, I respect that, but there's just a couple things that kind of just cancel that out. First of all, Five Nights at Freddy's is sadly very targeted towards kids. The franchise and the lore should be rated R, but it's not. That's the main reason the movie made a lot of money, and that's the main reason merch sells well, and I get that. I think it's cool that kids can experience it. I experienced it at a very young age, and it was still terrifying.
I see you.
With Security Beach, like, they're making the games less scary, and just in general, FNAF is becoming less scary, which is disappointing, but Dead by Daylight did an amazing job with the Five Nights at Freddy's collab. Probably some of the goriest FNAF stuff we've seen. Scott said, I don't know what he said exactly, but he said something along the lines of, I don't want the franchise or Freddy or the characters doing something that they, like, shouldn't be. Again, like holding an AR or gliding around the map with Mothra and Skibidi Toilet on his back. But, like, Funko Fusion? Funko Fusion is a Funko Pop styled Lego game that has a bunch of different collabs in it, and one of them being Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott, what are we doing? I was thinking when this first came out, oh, maybe Blumhouse gave them the rights. It was something with Blumhouse, not really Scott. But Scott pretty much controls everything. With the first FNAF movie, he worked a lot on that. I don't think he's working as much on it because he trusts Jason Blum probably a lot more now. I looked it up. I did my research, and he gave them the okay to put FNAF in Funko Fusion, which doesn't make any sense because Freddy's got like a pizza gun and like Invincibles in there, and also Five Laps at Freddy's. I know a lot of you are going, what the is that? It's not fan made. Five Laps at Freddy's I think came out like a year ago or maybe this year, and it's pretty much Mario Kart for FNAF. So Freddy can drive a race car, but he can't be in Fortnite. What the Scott? Also, FNAF World, I know there were some lore implications in it at the end with like Circus Baby, but like that whole game is like a RPG game. I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's would fit in perfectly. And even then, if Scott didn't want to do like the more scarier characters, do the Glam Rocks or something. I would be pretty mad if they just did the Glam Rocks. I'm not a big fan of them. But, like, it would make more sense, and at least FNAF would somehow be implemented into the game. And also, just with other indie games like Huggy Wuggy coming into the game, I bet you in the future we'll get Bendy and the Ink Machine. We'll get Hello Neighbor. Maybe Baldi. I bet you we'll get a bunch of different indie games coming to Fortnite. And I think FNAF is one that should be up there. I mean, a lot of fans, especially FNAF fans, have been wanting this to happen. Especially me. I mean, Fortnite has some of my favorite characters ever. And I really think Scott should trust Epic Games and let them put FNAF in the game. Because next year's Fortnite, I don't know how they're going to top it after this one. They literally have everything. That is pretty much my thoughts on Five Nights at Freddy's coming to Fortnite. I respect Scott for not doing it, but I really think he should. I think it will be really fun. The memes will be great. And just in general, I love it. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Scott should let FNAF come to Fortnite, or do you think it should stay out of the game? But those are my thoughts. Again, let me know what you guys think. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah.